What is up, guys? Have a fun deck for you today. Today's deck is a full-on bounty deck recommended by Doncrypto. Have a couple changes from his original version, but it's pretty similar. So again, shout out to him. Now, for the first thing, we're doing leader. Pirate's Cove to me is still just incredible leader. Just allows so much versatility, and the ability to kind of have massive points in like 2 rounds. Is just really great. Very handy. Throwing down a leader charge can just really enable you to survive a bleed or really drive home a win on round 1, and then you save the other one for round 3. We're not doing like Siggy, like pouring, like this is giving us all our points. It's just like if we have 9 coins, we can go ahead and knock that down a bit, get a lot of points for it, and allow bounties to get set up and kind of reap in extra things. It's really helped some of the awkward side of playing a lot of bounties, because you got to set up the bounties, you got to set up things that can destroy it, you got to set up other ways to spend when you get those coins back. So this just kind of streamlines a lot of that. Really good. We got Portal here. Either getting us Scapegoats for just 14 or Vigilantes for some extra engines on there. Plus with Tamara, these can actually come out at 5, which would be really nice. But you definitely could drop maybe Vigilantes here if you want like the guaranteed Scapegoats, and then just put in some other like 4P specials. And then we kind of got the usual suspects, what you'd expect from a bounty deck here. I mean, you can kind of see all of them right there. In terms of dealing out damage, we have Freak Show, Scoundrel, and then Witch Hunter Executioners for actually taking those bounties down, besides obviously like the instant delete ones like Morels or Graydon. In terms of the Witch Hunters, we've already kind of see we have Tamara here. She's now getting a buff, so if you play like this deck, basically starting tomorrow, she's gonna be at 5 power, which is really nice. Kind of helps play a little bit better in the particular round in some cases. But we do have a lot of Witch Hunters here, so she's actually boosting up a lot. And having some of these come out at again 1 power more helps them survive a little bit longer is very nice. Ignatius down here I think is the first thing you could probably drop. Even just do like a Dora Gray in here, even just a lock, just kind of some tech could be fine, because you have to put a lot of bounties for this to like get really crazy value. So it was definitely the most awkward thing. I found myself mulliganing this more often than not, but if you manage to have like Witchfinder go off and around and then Kayla Menga, this could potentially play for a lot. So 12 points is nothing to shy away from, but this is definitely, I think, something you can consider kicking. Now we kind of look at our specials here. We do have 2 Confession Extractors. I'm not a huge fan of this. I kind of left it in. And there are some plus sides to it, but I'd probably honestly rather just run Paydays or something like that. But Profit 5 is not to be overlooked, because again, you do have to deal out these damage to take out some of these bounties, and also Profit to place them with Caleb after the first one. So that's good. It does give you some uninteractive plays, which in some matchups was really helpful. That I could just play Confession Extractor, and like SK, and like sometimes Nilfgaard were really struggling to kind of play around that because I didn't have any units for them to put spying on, seize, damage, anything like that. And then you also get 3 damage when you place a bounty, so that's alright. It can kind of save you some coins later. But it seemed a little bugging sometimes. I don't know if my counter just ran out or if just on Witchfinder it just doesn't want to work. But it put a bounty on and some damage wouldn't come out, so that was a little bit awkward. I'd consider dropping it. Hysteria feels fine. I do like that card. And then we kind of just have some other little kind of profit damage. Not too bad. In terms of just some general things to keep note, this is kind of just evaluate your hand, kind of see what points you have, and just commit accordingly. This isn't really like you want to aim for this, you want to aim for this. You kind of just play the game for each one, and try to make the right commitment. Like, don't overcommit, don't undercommit. Just get your bounty set up, start reaping the rewards. Make sure you're saving some points for later. It can be fine in long round. It can be really good in short round, medium round. It's got a lot of flexibility there, so that's really good. And yeah, to conclude, we had a pretty high win rate with it. It's actually a lot of fun to play. You'll have a good time with it. Kind of requires a little bit of thought too. That's nice. You're not just kind of playing cards down. And yeah, I hope that kind of gave it a little decent explanation over here. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Let's hop into some games. Is they sit there for 20 minutes and then they do the exact thing that you know they're going to do. Okay, this is like the 90th time we've played this deck today. The Veil kind of hurts. This is the last game I'm playing with these if they don't like actually start getting more value. Give me Portal, please, for like the love of anything that exists in this game. Oh! Oh my gosh. Drawing cards you need? There's no way. The Spyro special. I mean, like, I just did not have the hand. If I had Portal, I would have played it out, but, I mean, then he's got Alzer popping off, and I could answer the Gourd, but it just would not matter. Let me just play Unitless for right now. Let me go and talk about Nightmare of the Wolf. Yeah, no, I liked it. Some of the animation was pretty good, but some of it's just kind of, I think, more generic anime stuff, so just kind of on that side. Character designs are just kind of there. I didn't really care, like, none of them like were like, whoa.
Defeat them with hunger,
But
crush them with thirst.
the story was good. Definitely felt like more a proper Witcher story. And then, you know, each character having their motivations and angles and viewpoints is really well done, and you can kind of see all sides. Definitely felt more like the traditional manner. There was some little nitpicky stuff with like how Kaer Morhen was attacked. Just didn't seem to. It kind of went against like the normal message of it because they brought in monsters and stuff. Because they just did that obviously for the anime, just to like, you know, heighten the kind of drama of it. But them using monsters seemed to kind of go against the message that it was just humans being humans, because that's what originally kind of sacked Kaer Morhen, and I think that would have been a little bit more potent. But the individual stories of the characters were really good. I enjoyed that a lot, so it was pretty enjoyable. And I mean, the action, like, it was over the top and stuff, but it's still pretty good. It had a lot of energy to it. Nolan North was one of the voices in there, and Graham McTavish. Both have been, you know, Nolan North, Nathan Drake, and then Graham McTavish was Cutter. So I thought that was kind of interesting, looking at some of the voice actors. Hey, we got some new people stopping by, playing Bounty. But if you have any other deck ideas, go ahead and drop them. We'll be happy to play stuff. We're also just discussing Nightmare of the Wolf. Definitely better than the TV show, I guess, baseline. For what Netflix has put out for Witcher stuff, Nightmare was way better. I can't really give that bounty now, can I?
Her grace will not be pleased.
We'll put bounty on something like that, though. Is it better than you expected to be? I mean, I had my hopes up for it, you know. Especially they were doing like Vesemir and stuff. I was like, okay, like we might see some interesting stuff with this. And any of my complaints really nitpicky. Like I really, like again, the whole kind of character stories and motivations, you know, are I think easy to write within the Witcher universe, but had some nuance to it that was like you really could sympathize with a lot of them, and they all had good points. Like there was no one who was like kind of the out and out villain. Like they all kind of had reasons for it. Like I think if you take away the monsters attacking Kaer Morhen, I think that's the only thing that proved like kind of really big issues. Okay, so let's get some bounty going here.
You shall confess all in due course.
be sitting here?
You have hope for the second season though, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel now that I know more of the source material. Have you rewatched the show since you read the source material? That's what I'm curious. TV show had big CW energy. It wasn't exactly terrible, but it kind of killed my hype. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot here, so I don't want to drone on about it, but I haven't even finished it. I think I actually had one episode left, but the first couple episodes were good, but it devolved so fast. And having read the books, I was not happy with it. It felt, yeah, like CW. I mean, I agree. It felt very, in terms of the story and stuff, just kind of almost low budget. What am I doing here? Let me go. Wait, what happened to... Did he invocate it? Yeah, okay. Where does it talk about the sacking of Kaer Morhen? I feel like it mentions that in the book a little bit, but more details were given in the games, and it's obvious the show and the TV show and the movie are pulling from the games. Like, it is beyond obvious with some aspects. Like the armor design of Geralt was 100% from the games, and parts of Nightmare were seeming to pull
The
from it too.
senses can be fooled easily. One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest. Don't trouble yourself with pleas for mercy.
But yeah, so the sacking of Kaer Morhen was done more like, it's just like a bunch of villagers kind of got together type of deal and just came up there and just took them out as they were afraid of them. But like if they did a couple more like anime spin-off stuff, I definitely wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind like one that kind of shows like the elf story. I think that'd be really cool because I liked Phil Evandrel's stuff in it. And you know, the new Gwent expansion thing, Harvest of Sorrow, you know, some of the cover art and stuff tends to deal with a lot of that. Okay, what bronze is he pulling out?
GWENT was brewing magic concoctions.
That's fine. Okay, I need 12 points. Won't be hard to get. Let's hope he doesn't have a tall punish, right guys? What I really need here is to give like another bounty.
Nothing will stop us. Fear's already besmirched your breeches, I presume.
Alright, this is spelling some trouble for us. We need good draws, guys. And can I like get... I have not played a single game with Caleb. Oh, there we go. I just gotta call it in advance. We had 6 coins, right? So we could just use Tamara on the dry pass, which wouldn't feel too bad. I guess this is kind of discount Freak Show right now. So we'll put it back. This is fine, I suppose. I'm hoping the next Witcher game will let you create a new character and pick Witcher school. Yeah, so I was, that's what a lot of people are hoping for, and they're definitely going to make another Witcher game with how well Witcher 3 did. I mean, that basically made CD Projekt Red and is the reason why we have all this other stuff going on. The reason why we have Gwent, we have the TV show, all that, so I feel like they're not going to do another Geralt story for obvious reasons, so I think that would be a logical thing to do. Oh no, I'm 1 coin short. Yeah, I can't display that though.
What is my da doing?
That's unfortunate. It would have been nice if we had the 3. Okay, there we go. This might actually be playable, because we're given like at least 2 more bounties here, 3. But I do want a mulligan here. That's probably a little too excessive on bounties. That's decent. And we do have a Valdi Bank, so yeah, I'm gonna run with this. He doesn't have locks, which is also good. And he used his invocation, so we're sitting good in that regard. A lot of his control is going to be gone. Witcher 2 is at least has 2 super good playthroughs because of the branching paths. I don't know if you played that one. And then Witcher 3 just has so much in there that I doubt you experience it all your first time, so it's worth the replay to see like all the other stories you missed. Okay, how am I going about this? Could just Vivaldi Bank for... Of course, we might need a backup spender, so we can save that. So, let me go Witchfinder. Sure.
The wicked never rest.
I think that's a decent proactive play. And I have played Witcher 1. Probably the least replayable with it, unless you just kind of want to like the story and you want to experience it again. Because the first part of the game is pure trash, but once you get inside Vizima, the game actually gets pretty good and kind of addicting a little bit. It's got decent flow once you get in there, but the prologue, it's alright, but chapter 1 is excruciating to get through. You just gotta... It's terrible level design. All you do, there's a map like this, and you just run up to the top, up to the bottom. So it's like you start up here, and it's like, go to this place to get the quest thing. So you have to go down there, and then you have to bring it back, and then you have to go back to the place you were. It's annoying. Could just thread overload this guy. Here, we'll do this.
Oak makes for the best buyers.
Save as many coins as possible. But you would just do that bouncing back and forth like non-stop. It was so annoying. But it got a lot better. Honestly, he's got the scoundrel over there. He pulls out any of these. It's kind of fine for us. We either get an engine or we get just 7 points.
Let us finish this.
Okay, I wish I had my Purify.
I know the truth. I simply want you to admit it.
distress? Anyone know?
Our opponent's doing a pretty good job of playing fairly uninteractive. We're putting up targets that have like veils so it can't get bounty. Of course, I mean that's a little bit like out of his control what he's pulling unless he did careful mulligans there, but yeah, we're kind of having awkward here. I need to start giving bounties, man, so we can get some payoff here. When he plays that like that, hopefully we can get bounty on that and Graydon can hit it. We're just again gonna be hurting for coins.
I shall flog them into submission.
Okay.
All gentlemen have their vices.
So we'll at least probably give one bounty, so this will damage itself by 4, so it's an 8 for 6. It's not too bad, but not as good as you'd want. It's honestly a card to probably kick here.
My loyalty is to Imperial coin, not to the face.
A shame I have
Freaks aren't welcome here.
So we'll grade in that and we'll get 4. I think we're just getting completely outpointed here though. We'll see. Geralt's down with being a Witcher though from what I understand. So I don't think he'd be a mentor. And they'd probably do it before Geralt's time because by the time of Geralt, like a lot of the schools are like almost done and like basically gone. Like School of the Viper has already been done. I feel like the Cat one was kind of going away. The Wolf School is pretty much done at the end of Witcher 3. So they'd probably do it earlier so you'd have options.
Gotcha, puppy.
Dude.
When in fear, hail is near. Cursed wench!
Okay, so we're gonna go here.
Knowledge is a weapon of great power.
Let's think. We could put the bounty on that.
The church welcomes all. All are free to convert.
Too bad we couldn't have boosted by its base power. That's gonna be huge. Could you imagine if that could have boosted by 12?
in every village. An evil one.
If we just had one more tall punish, man, this would just be over. Unfortunately, we've used both of them, but okay. Let's do some math here. So I'm ready to get 5 from that. So I spawn this.
Who's this? Not sure for what just yet.
And then I'll use this and just go. Alright. Still have a lot of points. What's it gonna be? He pulls out a 7, it's not gonna be enough. Yeah, we win. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Doncrypto Golden Age of Witchers would be interesting. Yeah, I mean it would.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
The issue here is some of our engines are just gonna get absolutely clapped. Alright, what we got? That's definitely put back, I already just know. Boat might be a consideration too. Because I don't know if I really like Morels a whole lot. This isn't good now. Geez, this hand is kind of garbage. We'll just try to play unitless. But yeah, I think I might drop like Morels or Graydon. I mean, they both have their place. Like Morels, you know, you always at least get the 4 damage. That can be handy. It can absolutely take out a bigger unit. Graydon, again, you're removing anything with the bounty, and sometimes that tribute can be massive. But a lot of times, no. Like, you're not really using the tribute here, so it's probably actually that's the one we'd probably have to drop first.
And now I should break you.
And just play unitless. It's gonna be difficult for this deck. Plus, they can't red coin abuses hard, seeing as they're on blue coin. Yeah, Extractor's a setup that makes sense. I just don't have any bounty things. Like, nothing here gives a bounty, unfortunately. Might be able to just use Freak Show in this round.
Ice punch it again.
Again, staying unitless here is going to be very, very handy. But yeah, I might just kind of like throw out like a Vigilantes too or something. He might remove it with a bomb. But I think Freak Show might just kind of be our option here. Yeah, let's just throw that out.
Can't let evil and stealth spread.
See if he removes it. But yeah, this hand is so bad. Like, it'd be playable if we had Portal. Had something that could give a bounty. If we had Tamara, we'd have such a more playable hand here. But as it stands, we don't. Okay. could contest it, but he also has 32 points. This is not the most removal heavy meta. No, not by a long shot. It's why that Northern Realms deck has actually been able to pop off a bit. Removal as a whole is more prevalent than it used to be in Gwent, but there's definitely been metas where you couldn't even look at Northern Realms. Okay, we actually have some bounties here. Again, these hands are not looking super playable. Okay, so Scoundrel, summon the top bronze unit from opponent's deck to the opposite row. Place bounty on it. Tribute 2. Choose a bronze unit to summon instead, then place a bounty on it.
It's time.
That could be handy against like their Bear Witchers. And that could actually really mess up when they try and Quen with it, you know what I mean? So let me just do this. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Extractor for the setup. I don't know how long you guys have been playing Gwent, but I remember a long time ago, right, when like Syndicate first came out and stuff, when Bounty was like considered broken and stuff, and then it quickly became one of the worst things in the game. And now we're getting some more support for it. It's kind of interesting to see it back in the light. Like, I like playing it. I hate when Bounty shows up in like line pockets. It's just really annoying with like Tunnel Drill. Like a Bounty deck on its own is really fun to play, and it's interesting to go up against and kind of try and do some dancing. Okay. So I go here. I should pay the tribute.
Wag your tongue to anyone and see it swiftly removed.
To Bear Witcher.
I'll cleave you in two.
Oh, you just click the card. Cool. Okay, and I can use a leader charge next if I have to. But hopefully that just makes this Quen like really bad. That's kind of the hope here. Okay, he goes for whatever the damage one is. Yeah, Unod, that's right.
Easy there, big fella. Easy.
Okay.
Be ashamed to let this beauty go to waste.
Let me get a bounty, so I need to click this one more time. So I get my engines down. Of course, these can just get clapped super hard. Maybe Freak Show is the better call. Benefit here again, Pirates Cove, it just like eliminates all the overprofiting. It's so handy sometimes with bounty. And it was the biggest issue before with bounties because you had to get your executioner set up. You also had to get the bounties on and the coins generated, and then you also had to have extra spenders or something. Coin management used to make my head hurt. FJM's not anymore. Pirates Cove, Jackpot made it so easy. You gonna overprofit? Use a leader charge.
I'll lend you a hand, but then I'd have known.
Alright. See, I'm gonna overprofit. Click. Go here.
Makes for the best buyers.
So I'm about to gain 6. So actually, I don't want to make too tall of a unit. Actually, I guess I didn't have to do that other one.
What are you gonna do, huh? The flames of righteousness do not scorch the innocent!
It's honestly a decent axie for him if you wanted to purify that. Denies the bounty and he gets another 3 points off of it.
Damn it.
Yo.
You wanna see a real sword?
Why the nose strips? Anyone know?
Morel's saving the day here. Whew. That could have been scary. Okay, so Graydon probably would be pretty decent because he gets to boost by 8. So we'll go ahead and get another 3 on here. Probably spread it actually around because if I put too much one, that's just feeding right into Axie. So I go Graydon here now. He'll boost by 8 and then he's removing 5 points. So that's pretty good play. And then we also get the 8 coins back. We're still in some trouble here. Like, it's not perfect. I mean, we also just, missed some big hitters. Portal. Okay.
Knowledge is a weapon.
Pay
of great
tribute.
power.
Go here. Boom. Probably need to keep that alive. So I could spend once. That seems good. Maybe spending there actually was pretty bad. But then again, if it's Axie, he's got so many targets for it. Not to mention his side, but like also, you know, just Graydon. Which actually is a bigger hit than spinning there, so I think it's fine. I hope he plays a card, because then we for sure keep ours. Okay, passes.
Evil's not going
Keep the
anywhere.
coins. No engines on his side. Alright. Come on. Give me something good. He's tribute 6, goodness. Yeah, that card is maybe a consideration to. Okay, I'll take it. Okay. Play Portal, we hit Vivaldi, and we try and go for like Professor Witchfinder here. I think this is what we do.
You wouldn't know a real witch for a goat tar!
And it could still hit that other scapegoat. It's a lot of points. I think we're looking pretty good here, guys. Not perfect, but not too shabby either. Go like maybe Caleb next. I guess we could also hit Vivaldi and see, you know, Witchfinder, because we'd want to go ahead and get that plane. Excuse me, ASAP.
Bloody wet.
of work you have incited.
Yeah, Freak Show should get a mop up here.
Our world is in harmony.
Alright, are extractors done dealing damage? No, they're not. What the heck? So why didn't they... Whenever... Damage enemy by one whenever you place, so... Alright, we're doing this. Just gonna get the value out of it before it's too late. We're good. Yeah, I saw the counters, but I'm like, shouldn't they have damaged that? And they didn't. Oh, this is golden.
Freaks aren't welcome here.
Actually, that's probably not entirely worth. Just go here, see, pop these.
Just take the whole finger.
We win. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter. I guess there's an argument we just sit there and boost that up, but we're fine. That was awesome. You think it's also really buggy? It seemed to work when we gave bounty in traditional means, but it didn't. Oh, you know what? We probably could have used, because I still had those two counters, we probably still could have used it onto the greatsword. Yeah, we would have been able to kill it. I could have had a lot more points there when you think about that. Because Manga gives it, and then they damage by 2, and then Freak Show should be able to kill it, and then that would feed a lot more coins to boost up. It doesn't matter, but it's worth consideration. Bog. The thing with these SK decks is their high base power just so good for bounty. Bounty's just sitting there like. Now we still might get absolutely destroyed, but you know it's fun to think about. All right, mulligan that. Okay. Yeah, I guess we want Portal to be on those. These are a little bit more playable. Who is that? Is that just Rashid?
I promise you a quick death.
I also have extractors here. That kind of sucks.
Over there. Round the corner, right? After her!
Hopefully that one, at least one of these stick. Oh, not Rashid. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, it seems like a deck he'd play. He kind of has some interesting stuff going
He's not getting in the way of me axe.
on. Okay. What? Dude, I'm telling you, lower pro rank is a wild place. What? Okay. So here's what we do. We put bounty on that. It damages by 2. And then Witch Hunter Executioner just rolls in. Why not Portal? Because I might not win this round and I want to save points.
Hey, listen here. Listen well.
job's a job.
I'll just save the coins. We might be passing soon anyways. Yeah, see, I mean, look at these trades. We'll go and pass. Unfortunately here, I mean, it still works in his favor because he's bog, so I mean, bog in a long round is really scary. But by hanging on to Portal here, I mean, I've got an extra 14 points now. Like, Portal is obviously good in an early round because you think they're double thinning, but it's also just like the points. Okay, got Tamara here, that's good. I mean, this is kind of a hand we want to keep. Bounty giving, I mean, actually quite a bit. Maybe we want like an extractor. I think I'm gonna mulligan this, see what we get. Okay. Wow. This is a stacked hand. That is a completely gold hand. Look at that. Holy cow. That's crazy. Now, there's a downside to it because this guy bleeds in with bronzes. He can be trading bronzes for our golds.
Don't you pester me.
Eternal fire, give me strength.
Oh yeah. Feels pretty good. Be cool if it got like onto these. Like the problem with some of these, out of like the price of power bronzes. Sorry, 1 second. But a lot of some of their tags just suck. Like they just have like the human tag, and you're just like, what? Okay, what are we doing here? Probably just this.
I can't wait to hear your
Place the
wicked
bounty.
flesh sizzle.
Distribute 7. And hopefully we can get a lot of bounties going pretty soon. No, I want to save bank because something like Freak Show could be huge. Could be, you know. Okay. Okay. Put that back. Put that back. Alright. So yeah, so see like bank here, or even for like Executioner Caleb Menga. The other one, Purify isn't really going to be needed here, and placing the bounty is alright, but like, you know what I mean. Let's see, let me just do this. Stay unitless has its benefits.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses!
Again, stay unitless. It'll work out. We'll go Vivaldi Bank here, and then we'll try and nab one of these two who can actually just like mop up some of the bronzes. Because like this is like a big hitter one. Same with that a lot of times.
Up and at 'em, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead. More hawk before ye!
Okay, so we go here. Please be up towards the top. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's all the way down there.
Oak makes for the best buyers.
Sequencing here might be a little off.
I can eat me ghoulies. Looky here.
Okay, so pirates go.
Be ashamed to let this booty go to waste.
Alright, so now we go like Witchfinder. But it's just gonna be going on to that. So maybe Scoundrel. We got options though. So I mean, like Purify could have maybe worked here, but okay, we're going Professor.
What is it?
Is he gonna just use Leader on it? What's he doing?
To me, you're a mere trifle, an amused bush.
Okay, so Portal or Witchfinder now is just kind of passive, just do something. Professor can do 5 damage with Extractor. Okay, oh yeah, no that is true. It wouldn't work on this because you can't give him bounty. Oh shoot. Yeah, so Purify actually would have been decent. Let me go ahead and do Portal.
I was cooking so bloody damn.
And if these get damaged, they'll heal themselves when I put, you know, bounty on there and they go. So we'll go Witchfinder next. This probably isn't looking too hot because I mean he still has Iced and Leader, and that's just super scary. But we'll see. Yeah, so see that's gonna get damaged.
The wicked never rest. Hide among you in plain sight.
So see next turn it'll heal.
I suppose. And the end.
Excuse me.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
The church welcomes all. All are free to convert.
Okay. See the benefit of saving portal here?
I'd still be sitting here.
Wait, why didn't that heal? Oh, because it just outright killed it. And so see, the extractor didn't damage that, and it should have.
Double the coin and consider it done.
Okay. I think every point matters here, so I'm not going to. I'm just gonna whatever it is. Well, that actually has. But I can re-get it, so we'll just do this. Right? That makes sense. Yeah, it's gonna place it, so we're just gonna do that.
Nothing like some overseas plunder and springtime.
Prior to gain 4. It's fine. And then the bounty goes back onto Coral. But see, and it's not damaging. That's unfortunate. Because it really should be. Now we seem to be finding points, but I mean, homeboy over here is just gonna like slap back. But it's nice, I mean we healed up those 2 guys. So I think my sequencing here has been alright. The thing with like bounty in this type of syndicate though is that you like watch it back and you're like, yeah, I could have done this a lot better. But we should be netting extra points per turn here with these extractors. I might drop like one of them and do another hysteria.
Not one step.
Okay, he doesn't kill my spenders. That's fine. Does this damage that? Whatever, I'm gonna spend. And then do this here.
Nothing turns my guts more.
Pay tribute, kill that. Let's see, does this? Okay, it does just damage with. Cool. I think we win though. It's just the wording, it makes it seem like it's damaged the enemy unit with bounty. Makes me think it's only the one that was pulled out. Oh shoot.
No prisoners! Freedom to the sea!
It's a little scary. Hey, look at that though. Very nice.